Welcome back to the TSL. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. This is the Team League phase of the GSL. We're here in the semifinals. Ace from ST is dominating. Right now, TSL just throwing every Terran they have, trying to take this guy out, deciding that TVP is the way to go. They're going to pull through with this.
Yeah. Well, Alive did a bang-up job a couple days ago. Can he pull through and take out Ace? We will see momentarily because the game countdown has started. Tasteless.
It's time, guys. Let's see if TSL can do this with one of their last Terrans. Get ready with Tasteless and Artosis. This is the GSL Team League game number 3.
And we're back. Wasn't that amazing?
We had a minor delay there. We will get the game started. I think one of the players dropped out.
Yeah.
So,
little error. It's okay.
Sit tight. Relax.
We're fixing it. Don't worry.
Relax. Just going to remake the game. Do this one more time. Wasn't my best outro anyways.
Yeah. You've done better.
I've done better. You never know when that game's going to start, you know? Life's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
It's a mysterious thing. So they're going to rejoin the game. Again, the map is Lost Temple. Both players are ready, so we're going to start this ASAP. It should be a pretty cool series.
Yeah, no, I want to see how Alive can do against this awesome Protoss. I just want to watch Ace all day, man. You know, I got to go to the IM house, steal a Seed replay pack. Now I got to go to StarTale. I got to steal an Ace replay pack. How many nerds are you going to have to chloroform before your replay pack addiction is complete, Artosis? That's about it, Tasteless. I mean, is that it? No, there's actually a lot more Nest T replays I need so badly.
The countdown's begun. So once again, let's get ready for game number 3 here in the GSL Team League. Can one of these Terrans from TSL do it? We're going to find out here with Tasteless and Artosis, the Cassian Archon Tastosis. Again, this is the GSL. In the red at the north, our player with what I would refer to as laddering style.
StarTale Ace.
I'll get into more of that in a minute here when we introduce our other player.
Yeah, I have some interesting thoughts on that.
We were having a little chit-chat while you guys were drinking your water, getting hydrated on your break. Over here on the left is our Terran player. One of the last Terrans left on the TSL. Can he take this Protoss out? He is
TSL Alive.
There he is. Pressure's on. Can he do it? Tune in next time.
The show closes out.
See you guys tomorrow.
It's like that show 24. It's like we always have to leave the show in the state of a crisis.
Yeah, man. Well, it's 24 hours of like terrorism or something.
No, you don't ever notice in the show 24 nobody ever drinks coffee? I'm like, listen, man.
Well, you're not following one person for all 24 hours. They probably do the boring stuff like drink coffee.
I would find that show believable if Jack Bauer just at least drank a coffee.
Okay.
At least once.
Fair enough.
I would have taken a nap at some point in time to that show. Yeah. Like, well, where's Jack Bauer? Where's Nick Plot on this part of the show? Well, he's taking a nap, so he can be awake for the last 4 hours. He's going to be He's going to be irritable otherwise.
You would be too. I know you.
You know me, man. I need my sleep.
Close spots on Lost Temple, by the way.
Yeah, and this is going to be a similar situation to what we saw in our previous game. You know, a situation where the third base kind of awkward. Where do I take it? Might have to be somewhere far out. Medevac is going to be very important if we do get into the late game here. But going back to what I said when we were introducing our Protoss player, he sort of has this laddering style.
And there's a lot of laddering styles, but why don't you tell everyone what you mean by this laddering style?
Well, for instance, you know, generally when I ladder, or when I laddered at StarCraft 1, I had several losses because I was a risky player. I would try to do stuff to trick people. Sometimes people are, you know, you can't even trick them because they don't even know what to look for to think to respond a certain way. So, you know, I'd have like, you know, a 3-to-2 win ratio, something like that. Yeah. But if you want to have a really good ladder record, like somebody like Noni, for instance, in StarCraft 1, you play a very consistent, Liquid Tyler, a very consistent conservative style. Yeah, he's a guy that, you know, I'd see him on ladder and be like, wow, he has 50 wins and 10 losses.
It's like a catch-all.
Yeah.
And that hasn't been all of his play so far, but he's definitely shown signs of that here. And I'm talking about Ace. StarTale Ace.
Yeah, and that's what we see when we see Ace. If you want to copy somebody and have the best record, you might not always win, a best of 5 or a best of 7 with somebody.
Yeah, no. In those situations, you do definitely need to mix it up a bit more. But you're quite right, Tasteless. Something like this can be very good on ladder. Of course, there's other things as well, like gimmicky one-time only builds.
Did you see what he just did there? He pulled the Marines out, made them run down the ramp so that the Protoss wouldn't see the bunker at first.
Yeah.
And of course, he's like, oh, I got a Zealot, I'll attack this. Then runs back to the bunker. Very, very sexy.
Yeah, it looks like Alive is going to go for an expansion. Just the one barracks pressure, a couple of Marines, a bunch of Marauders, just rallying out. He's going to have that concussive shell finishing any moment. Going to chase down that Zealot. That Zealot is just giving his life to buy time, and I can't believe he didn't just micro back from that. Every hit point is going to actually count on the pressure he's putting in. And I'm a little bit scared for Ace. He looks like he's going for his 3 Warp Gate expansion again.
Well, he's sending 2 SCVs. That's actually enough to... Oh, unless he gets a force field off here. 2 SCVs is enough to tank damage for those 2 Marines and 2 Marauders to do.
That Stalker just changed the flow of this game. If it hadn't been dealing the extra damage from the high ground, I guarantee you that Alive would have went up that ramp.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So just to let you guys know. Little things, like always putting your Stalker there. Normally people will skirt that, knowing that that's something that Protoss wants to do. But it just, I mean, do it every time as a Protoss, and there you go. He turned around, didn't have to lose any more units than that one Zealot.
Nexus next here. Again, as we said before, Ace's style, very safe. Yeah. Safe, proper, conservative, textbook.
Yeah, I'm liking this 3 Warp Gate, and if I am right, Tasteless, he's going to go for a Robotics next. But will he follow up with the DT like he did on Shakuras? It's kind of much closer positions. DTs aren't going to be as useful.
Well, you can actually transition into all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
from
certainly.
Here. You don't. I mean,
Shakuras is a great map for DTs. Lost tempo close positions, not so much.
He might even just go do the 6 Warp Gate push.
Yeah, he could. And in Tasteless,
in fact, he is.
You are actually on top of things, aren't you?
Well, shucks.
And
hold that thought, though.
Got to be careful here.
Actually, that 4 force fields is not worth 1 Marauder.
No, it's not. But it did save the rest of his units.
True.
As he gets these 6 Warp Gates, starts mining from the expansion, he is going to want to walk in and just kill Alive. Alive, I don't know, man. We'll see if he can actually pull this off like MC does. He's making a ton of sentries right now, as we always see MC do. Already has 8 of them. It's a lot of force fields and Guardian Shields, Tasteless.
It is. Factory on the way, Starport on the way. I think this push could, it's definitely going to be the MC push.
Yeah.
Hammer time.
Very strong push.
Mass Sentry.
This push, I am not decided yet on how much I like it or don't like it. It's so interesting. Sometimes it looks completely imbalanced, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
You know what it reminds me of is the Ukrainian-style PVT we saw in StarCraft 1 from White
Special
Rock.
Tactics?
Special Tactics style, where you actually, you have 3 bases and 12 probes on each base, and you just cut probes.
Get a lot of speed lots.
So many speed lots, and you bust them. And I mean, a win is a win. But, I mean, it's a build that you can't really transition into properly.
Yeah, this is like, you have to kill him.
Transition out of, excuse me.
You kind of have to kill him with this build.
Yeah.
I like what Alive's doing, by the way. He has a small force off to the side. He does have some bunkers at home.
You know what? That's probably the best way to counter this, is to hide an army, come up from behind.
Flank. Absolutely. That's going to be very, very important, because, of course, the Stalkers will be in the back. And Stalkers against Marauders and Marine with Stim doesn't go as well as you would hope. You have to really dictate the flow of the battle with the force fields. And guess what, Tasteless?
What?
Oh my!
Oh my God! Surprise!
And he's going to trap this army. Huge move there by Ace. Ace, you are actually so good. Wow.
Ace was actually, I don't believe that was completely random. I think he actually might have been checking for.
He had a pylon at the bottom of his main, so I think he just saw it.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't even see that pylon. I'm a nub. Nub, 3 men in the tub.
It's all right, Tasteless. We all forgive you. And here come the SCVs in the front, knowing force fields behind will be hard to stop, and trying to stop him anyways. Tasteless, this is so many units.
I don't think he can actually stop this. The bunker was actually buried in force fields. Man, this is going to be pretty tough, considering how good Ace is, and they have 3 more chances if Ace loses to pull
with
through.
Players like Rainbow and July Zerg tasteless.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard comeback trail for whoever's coming out next. GG.
GG.
Great play.
You know why I think that build is so correct in those positions? Is because, like I said before, in the late game, Terran has medevacs that can be tough for Protoss to catch up to, considering the position's hard to get a third base. Oh, damn. Oh, we went to diss the team. Oh, damn.
And that is actually the type of thing in this culture that can really make a team angry at you.
So this is going to be interesting.
These teams probably just became blood rivals. I'm not even fooling with you.
It is, they're going to be pissed, man. Damn. Well, who is going to be the guy they're going to have to pick? Ace is out of control.
He is, man. He's their ace as far as I'm concerned.
Ace is quite a monster.
Another Terran bites the dust, tasteless.
They're going to have to use a Protoss now.
They're going to have to.
They're not going to use a Zerg.
But, I mean, the PvP, I don't know if anyone in the Korean ladder has, like, you know, at the top, like, huge win percentage, you know, in PvP. It's very back and forth. You know, it's a hard matchup to really completely master because, you know, a lot of it's about foregating. And then if you start playing mind games and doing other builds because your opponent doesn't like that type of play, then if he suddenly does it, you lose. So
it's not a tight matchup.
Well, it's tight in the way of foregates.
But what I mean is, like, as far as results are concerned, I mean, it's not like he never ever loses PvP. Now, in TVT, you can have somebody like that.
Oh, absolutely. MVP has like 95% wins TVT.
Yeah, like, exactly. But Protoss versus Protoss, it's like
we don't really see anyone. I mean, Inca's done a great job, but Coach Lee not happy at the moment.
Coach Lee's face is about as red as the jerseys his team players are wearing. So I'm at a loss, man. I have no idea what they're going to pick.
It has to be a Protoss. I think it's going to be
Sangho or
Kisu.
Sokisu. Yeah,
I think it'll be Kisu.
Guys, we're going to have a player interview video coming up here for you guys. Whenever our Korean commentators are ready to wrap their talking point part up. So enjoy that. But again, this could be a 4-0. This very well could be.
Yeah, it could be.
뭐 4강도 준비 저희 평소대로 준비했고 어제 신맵을 2바퀴씩 돌면서 연습을 좀 했어요. 그래서 신맵에 대한 적응을 좀 빨리 하려고 했고 그래서 신맵 위주로 연습을 했습니다. 개인적으로는 욕심이 있는데 팀적인 면에서는 이렇게 나갈 수 있을지 없을지 모르겠지만 어쨌든 저희는 이렇게 정해놓지는 않거든요. 그래서 나가게 된다면은 저그의 최초 1승을 하고 싶네요. 팀전에서. 굉장히 분위기도 좋고 지금 기세도 뛰어납니다. 그래서 저희가 결승만 간다면은 오늘 4강도 물론 중요하겠지만 저희가 결승 간다면은 저희가 결승에서 이길 수 있는 확률이 굉장히 높다고 생각을 하고 또 준비를 확실하게 해올 거기 때문에 자신 있고요. 오늘 4강전에서 꼭 이겨가지고 내일 결승전에서 꼭 나가서 제가 이기고 저희 팀이 우승할 수 있는 그런 시나리오가 됐으면 좋겠어요.
선수별로 그러니까는 맵을 일단 하나씩은 파았거든요. 이제 신맵이다 보니까는 경험이 적으니까는 맵별로 이제 분담해서 남은 맵이 있는데 그 선수가 나오면은 나가는 식으로 이런 식으로 연습했어요. 일단 스타테일한테 이전에 했던 그냥 온라인으로만 했었던 팀리그에서 4대3으로 졌거든요. 4강에서. 근데 그때랑 똑같은 실수 안 하고 결과 이렇게 패배. 그러니까 그때 한번 져줬으니까 오늘 꼭 이기려고 오늘은 진짜 전력 투구 제대로 하겠습니다.
Well, the chief Zerg players on both teams sounding off. Will we see them play in this tournament? That is yet to be seen.
I gotta say, I'm very interested to see both those guys talking back there. You know, probably the most significant Zerg in StarCraft 2, and one of the 3 most significant Zergs in StarCraft 1. Yes. Now both StarCraft, we're both here today. Duke it out.
Code S Zergs in StarCraft 2 now. So, who are they going to choose? Kisu is my bet. If they put out Fruit Dealer, I'm going to go wild. I'm going to go, woo! Like that.
I don't know what will happen if we actually have a Zerg picked. Because we haven't
camera cranes will fall. The ceiling tiles will start coming down.
That's when our camera crane actually collapses on our audience.
Yeah, there's only been one Zerg put out so far, Czech, and he ended up losing a long game that he was actually winning for a while. So it would be
that Broodling tech.
It would be very refreshing to see a Zerg, but I don't see it happening from TSL.
Yeah,
I think Kisu would actually be a better choice. I think Killer would be, a.k.a. Songho would be a better choice. Maybe they'll put on another Terran, man. They still have Puma up there.
Oh, that's true. I've forgotten about Puma, actually, during this.
Well, we're about to
time. Get ready. It is. Oh, no kidding. It's Songho. Okay.
All right. Sickness.
Interesting. Now, I got to say, actually, one advantage about using Songho in a situation like this, the guy is very clutch.
Mm-hmm.
We actually
This is actually a guy.
We actually know this guy very well.
Yeah, no. He bet money on himself. Well, not money, but dinner.
Yeah.
With the Eastro team. He's like, all right, I'm going to beat Jaedong in my match. If I do, you guys got to buy me a really good dinner. If not, I'll buy the dinner.
Yeah.
And then he crushed him on TV, and I mean, that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, this guy, he's a confident guy. He knows what's going on.
He is actually one of the funniest people I know. He is hilarious.
He once held
guy.
me down with one arm because he's so strong, and then tickled me with the other cases. I could not stop laughing.
Oh, you poor guy. That's actually so funny. We've actually been on road trips with this guy. He's a good buddy of ours. But he's also a very, very solid player. I got a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, no,
and I
great.
guess as far as not necessarily what race they play, Protoss, Terran, or Zerg, but their attitude, this is probably the best pick.
Yeah, no, Songho is a player that is like, you know what, I'm still ready to be a star. He was really getting up there in StarCraft 1, a very famous Protoss in Pro League, and then quit for personal reasons, and here he is back, ready to roll. But Ace is looking pretty unbeatable so far, Tasteless. Impeccable play.
Yeah, I mean,
amazing decision-making.
Songho we haven't seen as much of in the GSL individual matches, but we know this guy's history as a StarCraft 1 pro, and, you know, his main strength was actually in team leagues.
Yeah.
So this is...
Didn't really do Star Leagues that well. You know, he was still rising up.
Oh, by the way, our map is going to be Crossfire for set 4.
Excellent.
I guess if you look at the player from their personality and the way they're psychologically wired, this is probably the best pick. If you look at like
that or Fruit Dealer
results, yeah, him or Fruit Dealer.
Fruit Dealer is like this weird tightrope clutch guy where like he might actually 4-0 the other team. He might do it, maybe, maybe. Like you can look at some other people up there like Puma won't do that. No, he's sorry. No matter what, you won't. Kisu, I can't really quite see it, but Fruit Dealer maybe. Songho maybe. I don't know. It's you guys might be like you guys are like talking out of your bums. Like what are you talking about? No, there's like a certain thing about a player that makes him able to actually sit there in the face of adversity, stare death down, tasteless, shake its hand, and then squeeze too hard and not let go, like those jerks that do that show. They have a strong handshake.
Oh, yeah.
We already talked about those guys.
I don't know what's weirder is the guy with a no grip in his handshake at all, or the guy that actually grips so hard. It's
the guy that grips so hard. He knows it hurts.
And that actually says that StarTale Ace is going to end up making us all go home early.
Yeah.
Ace has actually got everybody behind him, his team. He actually went out there and did a little ceremony in front of
that was
TSL.
Crazy, man. Some really goodness.
Dish.
That is. I love to see ceremonies. I love it.
I love it when we get to see personality come out in the games. It's great. You know, with StarCraft 1, it's like when you look at the game's done, it's like GG and everybody's going crazy, and you get a shot of the players, and you can be like, well, I actually can't tell who won.
Yeah.
I actually just can't tell when I look at the faces.
Yeah. It's true.
It's like you guys are two very poorly programmed robots.
Yeah.
You are not tricking me. I know you're
They're
not.
They're like 1980s robots.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 80s robots.
Yeah. They aren't those new robots you can get in Japan, man. Those things can smile, they can laugh, they can tell jokes.
They can do everything.
They can do all sorts
of stuff. But, you know, in StarCraft 2, when the guy wins, you could see the joy in his face.
Yeah.
You'd see how happy he is. He actually comes out there, disses the team, goes back in his booth. It's awesome.
It's so I love to see win matches in StarCraft 2? Jinro.
Yeah.
He's like, oh!
He's like, yes, it's so good.
Yeah.
But, of course, Jinro's great. Everybody, so good. So fun doing this team league.
It is
fun. This is actually so fun.
This is a great match. I can't believe Ace is doing this. It's amazing to see.
I thought Ace would maybe win 2 games. maybe win one. You know, it seems like, I don't know. I just wouldn't expect him to go 3-0, especially with the kind of consistent style he's using. Proper. Now, here's our two coaches. TSL coach that we're getting a shot of right now really invests himself.
Yeah.
Really pours himself into esports, making
well, that's
team.
how he gets such a great team, you know?
Yeah.
He's got the reputation behind him. He used to be a pro gamer, and he really puts himself in there.
That's actually Oops Lee.
It is.
The ID for StarCraft 1 ID. Very accomplished guy.
Yeah. So, I think we're going to be starting pretty soon, Tasteless. PvP action.
We actually don't have...
I haven't seen a PvP on Crossfire yet. Yeah, it looks like he's still getting his mouse drivers ready.
Yeah, he's not in our game.
Yeah.
So, we'll get this up for you guys soon. Got a little bit of downtime here. Now would be a great time to go on YouTube and check out the Crossfire video. Remember the board game? Do you remember Crossfire?
Yeah, man, I do.
Crossfire.
It's like the most ridiculous game ever.
There's one kid
shooting marbles.
The kid in the leather jacket like loses and like disappears, and like I'm like watching TV with my brother. Him and me are just like jumping up and down. We're like, oh my god, that game looks so good. And then you actually get it, and you're like,
it's crap, man.
You're like, well, this is
so chintzy.
You're like, this isn't actually that good. Like you try to fire the gun, but
it's actually
the
like
board is like so light that it actually like, moves around. And
you know what game? It's actually like an aggressive ripoff of Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Oh, now
instead of shooting stuff out, you're sucking stuff in. Hungry Hungry Hippos.
You think the Crossfire?
Yeah, quick comment. I'm like, you like that, man?
You like the guy that actually just like twitches his muscles? Yeah.
I like wiggling stuff, and like my arm starts to hurt, my shoulder starts to hurt, my head starts hurting.
You got all that lactic acid building up in your back because you're just so good at Hungry Hungry Hippos.
But I'm pretty good at that game.
It's good.
Pretty good.
You think Crossfire looks pretty badass? Hippos kill more people than any other
board
animal
game
in the world.
Well, no, but in Africa, they kill more than...
No, hippos... What? What animal kills more people?
I'm sure there's a lot.
No, hippos.
That's a fact for Africa. I'm sure they'll look it up and message us about it. Anyways, you know what board game's better than Hungry Hungry Hippos?
What?
Jenga. That's actually a great game. House rules Jenga, I'm so good.
I'm not sure.
I love Jenga.
Jenga's pretty good.
You play house rules, not the normal rules. They're not as fun.
Okay, we no longer have to kill time. Our TSL guys joined the game. So, we will never be able to settle this Hungry Hippos Jenga.
Do you think Hungry Hippos would be better than Jenga?
Yeah.
I don't know you. Like,
you know, it was a
Jenga
bad,
takes a lot of skill,
bad game
man.
Was Trouble. Whoa, that game
it's not
sucks.
fun getting in
Countdown's
trouble,
begun. So let's go ahead and get this game going. Here could possibly be our last game for this clan match, considering how good Ace's kind of conservative laddering style is. We'll see, though. Sungho definitely has the right mindset to go into this. We'll see if he's got the right builds.